I first started thinking about this story, my story, I thought it was why. Why did I become a marine biologist? But I soon realized it was about how. What was my journey? Was it in my DNA? This is my grandmother. Every time she saw the ocean, she smelled that warm, salty air. She was just filled with joy. Maybe it was my destiny. I grew up in San Diego in Point Loma and was always at the beach, always playing in the sand, and really developed just a lot of excitement for exploring what was happening underwater. And this continued into my childhood. Everywhere we went, my parents traveled quite a bit and dragged us along, and luckily it was always near the ocean. And this continued. So here we are, somewhere exploring, and you'll notice my young brother already has his leg up, and he's looking at the camera, figuring out how to be cool. But me, my eyes are down. I'm looking at that crab down there, and I'm like, is it more afraid of me, or is it more afraid of that wave coming in? That's what I'm focusing on. And this really only expanded as I got older. This is a little sea hare, and this is actually a really interesting creature because it is called Aplysia, the California sea hare. It has no brain, but lots of really big nerves. So neurobiologists really love this and have learned a lot about our nervous system and how nerves fire just from learning about this thing. I loved this little sea slug because it smelled like carrots. And so going on into high school, during my summers, I would grab a backpack and I would be off backpacking somewhere. And I did actually clean up fairly nicely, and I did graduate. Then off to college, where I spent more time mucking around in the rocks. I'm looking in bliss at the camera, not because of the marine animals, but because of the cameraman. Then I took a trip to Canada where I learned how to catch fish by hand. Can you believe that? I never knew that was possible. That might have been another thing. I certainly spent a lot of time underwater exploring what was happening underneath and what the underwater world had to offer. Really exciting. Now you'll notice, this is a trip to Europe. I'm standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. Do I care about the Eiffel Tower? Is it really in the picture? No, the picture is about the river and the boats that are there. That's what I saw and what I concentrated on. Actually, for my thesis, I drug my mom out in the winter to the coast of France to take samples of crabs. So we were out there in our full-length wool coats, turning rocks over and getting little bits of crab to do DNA studies on, which was very exciting. I did actually graduate college. I'm not sure what I was saying to the dean, but it looks like it was pretty cheeky. And then I went to Alaska. And I ended up working for the Alaska State Parks for the summer. It really didn't take long for me to realize. It was about 3 months I was up there, and I realized it was really a little bit cold. And I needed to be back here in California and study marine science there. And I think this picture kind of sums it all up. I can be found walking along the beach. There might be something slimy there. I'm certainly going to pick it up. I'm going to touch it, smell it, maybe even taste it, and just explore what is happening. What kind of interactions are going on, what am I seeing, and what is going on here. Does anybody know what I'm actually doing here? Can anybody take a guess?
It's kelp.
It's kelp. This is a piece of bull kelp. I am blowing in it, yes, because you can take the end of a piece of bull kelp, you can cut it off, and you can blow it like a horn, and it sounds pretty. Most people do it. Thank you very much.